So we left Pride Lands early this morning in a Land Rover convoy, and we've just come through Palabora Gate into the wilderness that is Kruger National Park. We're going to meet Dave and Emma Pocock to start our eco-training adventure up in Makaleki. We've just driven 4 hours and we're only half an hour into the sweet spot. And eco-training outpost is there. That's it.
Oh wow.
So you got, it's just a playground of wildness.
Beautiful part of the world. This low felt with the baobabs. I didn't even know these Ramsar protected wetlands were here. Went down to one of the pans and just teeming with birds, and we've seen 124 different species so far.
I've never been here this side of the wet season, so it's just been incredible to see the change in the landscape, especially after the good rains that they've had this time round.
So we'll do a walk into dangerous wild country, so just some basic guidelines. I'm going to walk in single file with my trusty backup Tristan behind us, walking silently. If we see anything of interest or anything of dangerous, we click our fingers and we point in that direction. There's going to be at no stage we'll be asking you to run. Okay. Might be pretty fast, but we're not going to run. The male's coming forward with their horns. They're being quite aggressive. Yeah. And they're jostling each other. And one chased the other one. That's a bit daunting, eh? Chasing towards you. Yeah. Don't come this way.
As a kid, I always wanted to be a game ranger, so it's been a pretty cool experience getting to see, a whole bunch of people on their way to becoming guides, and the hard work that goes into it. Been very impressed by the caliber of lecturers and guides that are running the courses. Something that I definitely recommend to even young people who just want to get out there and see a bit of the world. And to be able to spend time in this concession, I mean, there's only 2 lodges that people can stay at and get to experience it. And you can do a course where you're out here every day, in the bush, seeing parts of Kruger that tourists have no access to. I mean, that in itself is amazing.
So we left the eco-training camp in the Makaleki concession this morning, and we've actually driven just outside the Kruger National Park gate to the Makaleki community, and we're here to show Emma and David what a great example of community conservation partnership is all about. We've come in on a pretty special day. EcoTraining has a very long relationship, over a decade, with the community, and today is actually the selection process for 2 candidates to come and join the next 1-year course with EcoTraining, and quite thrilled that Dave and Emma both get to sit in on a few of the interviews and really see what these candidates are made of.
But some of those candidates are incredible. Yeah, really skilled, and it's quite incredible to see that enthusiasm and dedication.
Kruger National Park, it's iconic. Everyone knows the name. I've never driven the whole park, and seeing the changing landscapes and just the diversity of fauna and flora as you move north. I think it's so important that we are finding ways to continue to protect these sorts of places. And going into Makaleki Village, and this concession is obviously a fairly new model in terms of the conservation history in trying to make wildlife a sustainable land use, and some really interesting things happening in that space.